It's recording.
Okay, well we can edit it if...
So it's about my book that I wrote 40 years ago, um, called Simply with Meaning. That I wrote it um, from a point of view which for some people now seems old-fashioned. But I was I was brought up in a Christian environment. Not that my parents were Christian, but schools were Christian, and I went to church because I love singing and I love Jesus. And so all my all the people who came for difficulties and presenting problems to me when I first started doing my clinical work and my mentoring were people who um, were either Christian or had rejected Christianity, uh, and others who had rejected all religion because of the hypocrisy and the rigid and dogmatic way they were taught. Whereas I never felt that way. I always looked at the possibilities, and so seeing the possibilities in Christianity. So the book was written really taking those parts of religion and spirituality which I knew worked, because as I got older, my own journey became a mystical journey, and I took the path of the East, but never detached or disengaged from Christianity. So it was always saying every path is the path to the one, and that eventually became simply the path of heart. And now that's it. Spirituality, religion, New Age, whatever you like to call it, is the path of the heart. It's the path of union. That's interesting in itself, because even the word union, I mean, in Sanskrit teachings and in the Indian teachings, yoga has become central. And the word yoga comes from a similar word to the word yoke. A yoke was something that bound things together. The two oxen were yoked together. And so when Jesus said, my burden is easy, we could have said, my yoga is easy. My burden is light. That it's light. So the union you make to the one is light. And the word religion. Religion comes from the Latin word religere, which means to bind. In other words, your religion is what you connected to that was greater than this self that you knew of. And so Jesus could have said, my religion is easy, my burden is light. All words, and when you look at the origins, they have these beautiful gems within them. I love words. Mm-hmm. So everybody comes with their judgments of what is good, what's bad, what's right, or what's wrong. But for me, the journey has been looking for the possibility in something, and then looking for the possibility in a person, and connecting those things. And we connect in 1,000 ways, it doesn't matter, because it's the same. So my book, Simply with Meaning, has those same gems that have been spoken about since humankind began. those same genes. Couched in slightly different words and with a Christian flavour.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Mm. Sounds good.
So we could use that video. I can edit the